Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rachel and this is the bow only challenge part 2 in Castle Crashers. If you do not know what this is or what the rule set is, I would highly recommend watching part 1 first. But yeah, we are going to start back off where we left off and play through the second half of the game today. Alright, so of course we're going to start off right after we got all 3 of the pieces of the ship. We bring it over to the dock dude and we're like, yo, we got your stuff. Help us get the meth. And they say, okay, yeah, cool. You gotta listen to our mixtape first though. But like, their mixtape is really fire, as you can hear during the next level against the ninjas. So it's fine, because it's a really good song. Now on to the boring part of the game, the desert. I more or less just walked forward for the whole thing. Shot some shit and then proceeded to die because I am a dumbass and forgot to get potions. But after going back in, I managed to get through the entire sort of desert level. I got a little bit worried fighting the alien ships though, because I was worried it could have, they could not be hit with the bow. But of course, they can be hit with the bow, so we're fine, and we get sucked into the alien ship. The ship is kind of weird. It's really no different. So we expertly maneuver through the... we expertly maneuver through the... God damn it. We expertly maneuver through the maze at the end and get out with time to spare. There we go. I swear to God. I honestly, that was one of my better runs. I was just pissed off that I managed to get hit twice. Anyways, we get off the ship, and we learn that we're actually faster than a wild animal. Isn't that fun? I love being faster than wild animals. So, of course, with that, we can easily run up to the zebra, to the guy with the zebra, get a zebra, and then promptly never use it again, because we don't need it. Then we run into the sandcastle where we fight off a bunch of dudes. Normally these big beefy dudes, I believe they're called Royal Knights. The big beefy Royal Knights are usually very, very hell to take care of. But with maxed agility, they're honestly pretty easy because you can just stun lock them with the bow. Then of course we go outside, kill a bunch of enemies, and get to the third and, spoiler alert, final time I can't use my bow. Volleyball. I could have sworn this was able to be used with the bow, but it's whatever. We quickly won volleyball and then just kind of ran out to the next area. We walk into the temple area, notice that the temple requires the horn, take a selfie in front of it and go out to the marsh. We get some peasants for meat shields, which is it's amazing. They do basically no damage, but they allow me to set up some nice bow shots. We proceed to run through skeleton fuckery land, and then we get to, oh god, why the fuck are there spawning skeletons, and why the hell are they beefy now? Also known as Lava World Part 2. This one was also piss easy compared to how it normally was. I swear, if you haven't noticed a trend, it's a whole lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Anyways, we keep running through the area, murdering more and more skeletons, as well as the, I honestly don't know what the hell these Thorn Knight names are, but it's whatever. We run across another troll mother, murder its ass. I go all the way through all of that, and then we get to the corn boss. I honestly wasn't expecting this to be really all that difficult, but it was absurd how easy it was. I just got the peasants to attack it by luring out an attack over to it. And then I just pelted it with arrows. I think I got hit like twice in the entire fight, which is absurd. But yeah, no, we got the horn as a result, and now we can go and we can complete the rest of the game. I'm just gonna skim right through the marsh area. It's really easy. We pretty much just ran in, pelted more people with arrows. They get stun locked, and even though they move much faster than us, it's really no big deal in the water. But one thing of note is that in the next area, we dug up our final pet that we're going to be using for the game, the behemoth chicken. Now, I'll probably eventually switch back to the cat, depending on how insane mode would go. But for now, the extra defense is nice. It would deal barely any less damage, so I'm happy with having the behemoth chicken. Anyways, we run up to Medusa, smack her in the titties because she's not the cool, hot lesbian wife I want, and get another useless sword. Because, honestly, there's been a lot of those. Hell yes! Full moon, hell yeah. This is probably my favorite section of the game. Either that or probably, like, Industrial Castle or the final area. Anyways, full moon is fucking amazing, in my opinion. It could just be my designs of the stove faces, but whatever. We start tearing our way through the enemies. They go down fairly slowly. I believe it takes about 20 shots to kill one of the beefy dudes, but it's fine. Then we get over to the gauntlet. I accidentally picked up the gladiator sword, and while trying to switch back to my lollipop, I hit an enemy. That was the first time that's actually happened, and I didn't like die directly after. So I quit stage, I went back in, murdered the same people, and this time did not pick up the sword. And it was fairly smooth sailing from there. They deal a whole lot of damage, but as long as I just keep murdering them. They're essentially Coneheads plus, so I can just juggle them with my bow fairly effectively. Then of course we got to the Eskimos. They were a bit of a nuisance, but nothing difficult. I just pelted them with arrows. Wow! It's almost like arrows are fucking broken. I honestly didn't realize how broken they were until now, but the bow and arrow is kind of dumb. But we eventually make it inside the castle, run through everything, and then start the kind of semi-difficult fight, or semi-long fight with the Ice King. He wasn't that difficult per se, he was just annoying. If you didn't know, when he gets down to about a quarter HP, he just spams his icicle attack, and then teleports away and goes to another area, and then spams his icicle attack again. So you have to be constantly on the move, as well as the fact that you never know where he's going to teleport to, so you can barely ever get off any hits. Luckily, I've been working on that, and I've been getting pretty good at kind of predicting where he's going to go and quickly shooting him off. So it didn't take an absurd amount of time. But yeah, with the Ice King dead, we get to have our third hot lesbian makeout session. And then we get to move on to the final area. Wow. Holy shit. This is going a whole lot better than I ever expected. These minions fucking suck. They don't take as much, they don't take full damage. And then they think it's really, really fucking funny to just not take knockback either until they die. So I have to kite them around the stage, around the area. And it takes so much longer than if I could just spam them with arrows. Anyways, we get to the bosses. This is a rule I sort of set for myself when I got to here, but it didn't really matter anyway because, spoiler alert, I first tried them. But pretty much, this will be more for insane mode. I'm going to do all 4 of these bosses in one go. If you've ever seen like a J-Rose video, you'll know what I'm talking about by then. I can't like unlock, say, the Necromancer, and then if I die, go back and just do the Necromancer and the Wizard. I would have to start from the Painter again and go through all 4. It's just to make it a little bit interesting and just to show off my god gamer gaming skills. But anyways, Painter, honestly, since the Painter stands in one spot for most of it, we just shot him a lot. He took no time at all, and we murdered him. Cyclops, the Cyclops is even easier because you can block his slam attack. So it went a whole lot easier and it was a whole lot faster than the original fight. The Necromancer I was worried about because of how many enemies there are, but then I remembered, oh yeah, I'm using a bow and arrow, so I just pelted them. Though, of course, the Necromancer has the exact same issue as the as all of the minions outside, where I have to slowly pelt him with arrows or else he just doesn't take knockback. One thing I did like, though, is that I could block a few of his certain attacks. He jumped back, and I can get in a few arrows. But yeah, with that, we move on to the wizard. We get up, find his crystal meth. He summons tiny crystal meths, crystal mini meths to try to murder us. Then we just bop them all. Just murder them 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he jumps down. This is what I was talking about in the last video. Basically, depending on his orb, depending on the orb that is pondering him, he will deal different. He will only take different kinds of damage. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure I show this off. If I shoot him when he's got a blue bubble, he will take no damage, and I'll actually take the damage back instead. But if I wait for the bubble to become red, any physical attack will deal damage to him. So I went through all that. Phases 2 and then phase 4 as well are kind of fucking annoying, because I just have to shoot. I just have to like jump up and have to shoot, and my depth perception is horrible when it comes to jump shots. So this took a while. You want to know what took even longer though? Phase 3. Not that it was difficult. No, I just kind of kited around the enemies and shot at the boss whenever I could. The problem was hitting the boss for the exact same reason, because the hitbox is fucking paper thin. It's kind of annoying, but it's also sort of whatever. It took like 10 minutes. We murdered him, but then of course, murdered phase 4. Phase 5 was kind of fun. I just sort of got to pelt him with arrows and then dodge meteors. You see, this boss fight is way too simple for its own good. Insane mode will be a whole lot more difficult. But yeah, anyways, we murder him. We get the cool fire sword, which I'll trade out as soon as this is over. And head back to get our last hot lesbian kiss. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this weird-ass series. It was like 2 episodes, but whatever. I'm planning on possibly streaming Insane Mode to YouTube, of course, so if you guys want to watch that, make sure to like and subscribe. And anyways, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for joining this. Sadly, we didn't manage to do this, and with no melee hits, it took 3 different instances where we had to use melee, but it's fine. We had fun along the way. So I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.